Pull up the roster of almost any elite Canadian junior hockey team, and you'll find something that looks like a clerical error. An absurd share of the players were born in January, February, and March. Researchers first documented it in the 1980s. In some elite leagues, roughly 40% of players came from the first 3 months of the year. Kids born in December? Barely there. Nobody is drafting by star sign. The answer is a single bureaucratic detail. The age cutoff is January 1st. A boy born in January is 11 months older than a December boy in the same league. Bigger, faster, more coordinated. Coaches pick the talented ones. The picked kids get better coaching, more ice time, stronger teammates. By 16, the January kids really are better. A birthday became a career. It's called the Matthew effect, advantage compounds. To those who have, more will be given. The name comes straight from the Gospel of Matthew. Small, even accidental head starts attract resources, attention, and opportunity, which produce bigger leads, which attract more. And by the end of this video, you'll see the same engine running in science, in reading, in your bank account, and in the algorithm that recommended this video. The term was coined in 1968 by sociologist Robert Merton, who noticed something uncomfortable about science. When a famous researcher and an unknown one made the same discovery, the famous one got the credit. Prizes flowed to people who already had prizes. And here's this channel's favorite footnote. Merton's key collaborator on that work, Harriet Zuckerman, whose interviews with Nobel laureates fed the theory, initially appeared mostly in the acknowledgments. The law about undercredited contributors had an undercredited contributor. Merton himself later said the work should have been co-authored. The mechanism is a feedback loop, and it only needs 3 parts. 1, a small initial difference, luck, birthday, timing. 2, a selector, a coach, an editor, an algorithm that rewards whoever is currently ahead. 3, rewards that increase future performance, coaching, funding, exposure. Run that loop a few dozen cycles, and a 5% head start doesn't stay 5%. It compounds into a chasm. Watch what that looks like. 2 identical talents, 1 tiny edge. Give the loop enough cycles, and the gap stops looking like luck and starts looking like destiny. That's the trap. We see the chasm and infer a chasm of talent. Usually, it was a crack. Amplified. Once you see the loop, it's everywhere. In reading, psychologists call it the Matthew effect, literally. Children who read slightly better at 7 read more, enjoy it more, and pull exponentially ahead by 15. The gap grows precisely because reading feeds reading. In science, the top papers attract citations because they already have citations. In wealth, larger portfolios unlock better rates, better advisors, better deals. Money's compounding is the least hidden version. And on this very platform, videos with early engagement get recommended more, which produces more engagement. The algorithm doesn't find winners. It manufactures them from head starts. Now, the catch. The Matthew effect is not a life sentence, and it's not a universal excuse. First, not every gap is compounded luck. Sometimes talent and effort genuinely differ, and crying Matthew at every success is as lazy as crying genius. Second, and this is the actionable part, the loop has parts, and parts can be redesigned. Where leagues split age groups differently or delay selection, the birthday effect shrinks or vanishes. The lesson isn't that advantage compounds, full stop. It's that advantage compounds through selectors we built and can rebuild. So here's tomorrow's move, on both sides of the loop. For yourself, start 1 deposit early, a skill, a network, an audience, because in a compounding world, when you start matters almost as much as how good you are. And if you're a selector, a manager, a teacher, a coach, notice who you keep feeding. Rotate real opportunity to the December kids and check whether your proven star was proven, or just picked first. And next time, the famous equation claiming the square root of your team does half the work. An equation half the internet quotes and almost nobody has checked. We checked. Price is law. Next.